All right, here are a few more examples for section 7.4, adding, subtracting, and multiplying radicals. So the first one, before we can add these, because right now they don't have the same radical, we want to see if we can simplify them, and when we simplify them, if that ends up with the same radical, so we can then add them. So the square root of 8 can simplify to 2 times 4, and the square root of 50, we can do 2 times 25. And see, that gives us a perfect square in each one. So we get 2 times the square root of 4 actually is something we can take the square root of. So that gives this square root of 4 gives us this 2. And this 2 is left here. Plus 3 times this 2 is going to stay in the square root because you can't take the square root of 2 and get a whole number. But the square root of 25 is a perfect square, so we can get a 5 that comes out front. Okay, so that gives us 2 times the square root of 2 plus 3 times 5 times the square root of 2, and now they are like terms, right? The square root of 2 and the square root of 2 are the same. So we have 2 plus the 3 times 5, I'll write it out, is 15. And so that leaves us with 17 square root of 2 for that one. The next one is a multiplying problem. So we're multiplying because the radical symbol is the same. We have the square root, and the square root of 5 times the square root of 12 is the square root of 60. And the square root of 60 can be simplified to 4 times 15. And the square root of 4 is 2. So we're left with 2 times the square root of 15. Okay, and then the last one, we have two binomials with radicals multiplied together. So you can do the FOIL first, outside, inside, last. So again, that's first, outside, inside, and last, if you want to do it that way, or you can do that box method that I set up before, which would look like this. So square root of 7 and 3, all positive. Square root of 7 and 4, all positive. Square root of 7 times square root of 7 would be square root of 7 squared, which is 7. And then 4 square root of 7, and 3 square root of 7, and 3 times 4 is 12. Regardless, you do that with the FOIL method, you get the same 4 values. So we'd have 7 plus 4 square root of 7 plus 3 square root of 7, plus 12, which is 7 plus 12 is 19. And 4 square root of 7 plus 3 square root of 7, those are like terms, so you have 7 square root of 7. And that's that.